Now, for the uninitiated, we like to do a little thing here on the show, okay? Just a wee little thing, and based on who's here, it probably doesn't bear repeating the story, but I have a feeling that I'm probably going to have to make a highlight out of this, so that way, if anyone asks what the hell is going on, that maybe I can send a link to like mods and other viewers to just post in the chat and saying, if you want an explanation, here's the link to the highlight. So here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna try and do it as quickly as possible because I really want to get into this game. About 2 weeks ago, hi Diabolic, how you doing? Okay, highlight time. Here we go. About 2 weeks ago, actually just, all right, let's try that again. Actually, let's try that again, because by the time this highlight is made, that 2 weeks will be obsolete. So before I started this little experiment, I went live to do an audio visual test, quality assurance test for the stream. And I had a whole bunch of friends come in and watch for about a little over an hour. And at the end of the show, I played a particular piece of music from Final Fantasy, which you will hear almost regularly when we do our donation shoutouts. And one of my viewers said that it was kind of like a sexy theme Final Fantasy. It was like a Barret White theme for Final Fantasy. Fast forward to probably 2 or 3 days into the first week of my broadcasting. I had gotten an email. Now, this is completely unrelated, but I had gotten an email from somebody that I haven't spoken to in years, who happened to stumble across the stream and said, I love everything that I was watching and everything, but for some reason, I thought your voice was deeper. And I thought that was kind of a funny thing and whatnot. But I was thinking, well, maybe if I, pushed my voice through a compressor, EQ or something like that, that it might bring out the natural bass tones of my voice. And that led me to find an old sound processor that I'd had in my garage for years, and it had never been used. It's almost 15. Oh, actually, it's probably close to 20 years old, but it still works. It's still in pristine condition. So I hooked it up to the rig, to my setup that I have here, and started playing with the settings to get that to get the sound that I was possibly lacking. And I stumbled upon on this sound processor. I stumbled upon a sound modulator, which actually will allow me to drop the pitch of any sound that is being pushed through the sound processor. And the result was my voice can go from this
to sounding like this. You see how it can be quite dramatic.
Now, initially, I had the voice drop go much further because I was kind of going for like a Diablo-esque type thing. And on the next broadcast, I used the sound modulator, but instead of people reacting at, oh my God, Diablo, somebody said, oh, that it's like Barret White. And I thought that I figured, okay, let's call it the Barret White button. And then it was another viewer in my channel who said, no, it's not Barret White. Because you see, I was playing Final Fantasy VII at the time, and it made that person think of Barret. And so thus was born Barret White, the smoothest, sexiest player on the internet. Okay. And so fast forward a few days later and whatnot, and I made the pledge that if anyone donated, that they would be given their personalized shoutouts, not just from me, but also done in the Barret White voice. Because really, I like to save donation shout outs and whatnot for like the beginning of the cast, maybe like during the coming out of the breaks or going into the breaks, things like that. So there is the explanation of the Barret White voice, and I hope you enjoy. End highlight.